person buying that gun and then handing it to somebody that's going to then traffic it down south. He got probably $200, so that's the first payment, you know. And then that gun is now going to be probably doubled down south, or maybe 80% more of the value is going to be added onto it. So you have something that might be worth $800 is now worth $1,500 down there in the hands of somebody that wants that specific gun. The further south you go, the more expensive the firearm. That's kind of the rules about it. The closer you are to the border, the cheaper it is. The gun runner might have connections and he might pay somebody off. Usually, if it's a large shipment, he'll have security with him as soon as he crosses. By this, I mean people that are watching the load and move with him. You know, some of these people might drive it to a body shop, or they might drive it to one of these beach resorts where you can park your camper there, and that is when the deal happens. That could be where some money gets exchanged. It could have gotten exchanged on the on the northern side, but that's when the guns become property of whoever is going to get them. I've seen some of the gun runners put guns into places like Tecate, which is on to the east in the desert, and basically in traditional places where they can avoid military checkpoints if they can. Or sometimes they don't even care because they actually paid off some of the military as well. It is not an easy process to get to procure a legal firearm in Mexico. Mexico has a single blanket firearms law. There's a single firearms store in Mexico. And if anybody wants a firearm legally in Mexico, you have to be able to pay for a bunch of documentations, and you usually end up with an overpriced pistol and not a lot of ways to buy bullets for that pistol unless you belong to a shooting club. And if you belong to a shooting club in Mexico, that's a very expensive thing. So in essence, legal possession of firearms is something that upper middle class